Let's now take a look at Dataflows Gen 2, which is very similar to the Power BI data flows that we had before. And when we open here, we see that all of this, it's Power Query slash data flows slash data marts. Let's create a connection here to a text CSV and upload a file. Just click on Browse, and then I'll bring into a data set that contains athlete events medals. I'll create a connection here. Actually, I don't think I need to. Yeah, I don't need. This is going to recognize that I already have a data gateway and my credentials. So I'll just click Next. And then with this, you get to see a preview of the data, which is nothing different than Power Query. Click Create. And then in here, the menu, everything on the top, apart from one or two things that are different, you also have the transformation side, the advanced editor with the M code, and the data side. What I like to see, I like to see the data and the transformations using the diagram view like this. It gives me a visual mapping ETL perspective that I like. So I'll just keep it like this, and I'll add just a little transformation here. For the season, I just want to see Summer Olympics medals. And as you can see, one transformation was added. And then here, I need to add a data destination, where I want to land the data, where I want to sync the data. So before in Power BI, you didn't have to do this. So I want to put this data in my lakehouse again. So I already have my connection created. I'll click Next. Once this happens here, it's going to show my menu with the lakehouse menu. And I want the Fabric Trio 2. Let me expand it. You'll be able to see that it's going to show my data flow staging lakehouse. I'm going to show you guys this in a second, but I want the lakehouse 2. And this lakehouse 2, it's going to show the tables that I currently have. So I'll click here, and then I'll click Next. I'll leave the name the same. And then in here, something new shows up. It shows you the existing data and the new data transformations that could happen, appending or replacing. It shows the names. If a name is not accepted as a column, it's going to show you fix naming. And then in here, it's already all created. Let me just show you the transform pane and the add a column pane, the view, and also the help. No different than Power Query or data flows, right? So previous data flows. So I'm just saving this in publish. It's going to run. And this is what shows up when you create a data flow. Staging areas for a lakehouse, for data flows, for staging warehouse, and also SQL endpoint. So this is going to refresh, but let me go to my lakehouse. It's not a big file. It should be already there, and it is. So refresh just for a process. And athlete events medals, it's here. As you guys can see, you can create a Power BI data set and create a report like we did previously with the other tables, but let me show you guys something here. This is already data flow, still refreshing. Let me come here, go back. Let me click on refresh history because, refresh, sorry, because you need a gateway connection if you're bringing this from your box. But what you can do, it's a refresh, just like any other Power BI data set. You just select the frequency, time zone, and then add a time, and also someone that's going to be receiving the email if it fails for a refresh.